Good morning and welcome to Toronto Police Headquarters. Today I would like to introduce Inspector Don Belanger of Toronto Drug Squad. He will announce the results of Project Corredor, a cross-border investigation into cocaine trafficking. Inspector?
Thank you, Jen. Good morning. The purpose of today's news conference is to inform the public of the results of a drug investigation undertaken by the Toronto Police Service over the past number of months. In the fall of 2019, the major project section of the drug squad commenced what became known as Project Corredor, that's C-O-R-R-E-D-O-R. The investigation focused on a group of males based here in the city of Toronto who we believed were importing and distributing cocaine at the multi-kilogram level. As Project Corredor progressed, it became apparent that once smuggled into Ontario, drug runners would transport the cocaine to the crime group here in Toronto. The cocaine would be stashed in residences, both condos and houses, primarily in North York, and would then be distributed to mid-level and ultimately street-level dealers. It is our belief that collectively this crime group had the capacity to make millions in profits from the sale of cocaine. Back in January, our enforcement efforts commenced. A number of search warrants were executed on residences and vehicles in North York and Scarborough. Search warrants led to the seizure of the items you see here before me, as well as some items that will be provided in a written news release. Specifically, 61 kilograms of powder cocaine with a potential street value of $7.9 million. Pure cocaine is packaged in 1 kilogram bricks. So what we have here and what you see are 61 1 kilogram packages. In terms of cash, we seized in excess of $210,000 Canadian, 14,000 US, and 30,000 euro, all of which we allege to be proceeds of crime. Also, we seized 4 motor vehicles alleged to be proceeds as well as offense-related property. And additionally, we seized a significant quantity of luxury jewelry, which we also allege to be proceeds of crime. And again, it'll be provided, there'll be photos attached to a written news release on that. It's significant to note the large quantities that were being stored in the group's residential stash houses. Of the 61 kilograms of seized cocaine, 20 kilos were seized from locked safes found in a residential condo in the area of Yonge and Sheppard. 36 were located in a condo in the area of Bayview and Sheppard. 5 kilos were seized from a residential house in the area of Bayview and Finch. The following males were arrested and have been charged as part of Project Corridor. Patrick English, 39 years of Toronto. David Bergman, 48 years of Toronto. Ali Bayek, that's B-A-E-K, 52 years of Toronto. And Ardashir Omanian, that's O-M-A-N-I-A-N, 57 years also of Toronto. A complete list of charges that these males are facing will be provided to you. All 4 males have been released from custody and are scheduled to appear at Old City Hall Court, room 114, on June 15th at 9 a.m. There are 2 outstanding suspects in this investigation for which arrest warrants have been obtained. Wanted are Andrew Wilson, 47 years of Toronto, and Alan Jones Smith, hyphenated last name Jones Smith, 30 years also of Toronto. And their photos are currently being displayed on the monitor beside me. Both are wanted for possession for the purpose of trafficking cocaine. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is asked to contact the drug squad at 416-808-6100, or of course you can always report it anonymously to Crime Stoppers at 416-222-TIPS or 222tips.com. I'd like to stress for the public the significance of a cocaine seizure of this size. It is rare to seize this quantity of cocaine in a single investigation. Once stepped on or diluted, dealers would have ultimately turned these 61 kilos of pure cocaine into a far greater quality of lower grade cocaine mixed with any number of cheaper additives. And as we're seeing all too often, much of it would have undoubtedly ended up laced with fentanyl, a drug that everyone now knows is responsible for far too many deaths here in Toronto and across Canada. The amount of cocaine and cash seized in this investigation speaks to the level of sophistication of this group. They are not street-level or even mid-level drug dealers. We allege that they are highly organized and, for a lack of better term, professional cocaine distributors. Not only does a seizure of this size have a significant impact on the flow of cocaine into our neighborhoods, a drug that, I should add, continues to be a source of competition among violent street gangs, but it also diverts enormous profits from criminals who choose to put their personal wealth before the health, safety, and well-being of our neighborhoods and of society in general. The credit, of course, for this goes to the investigators. I'd like to acknowledge the truly impressive work done by the major project section of the Toronto Drug Squad in achieving these outstanding results. The Drug Squad, as you can appreciate, is not an easy place to work. The officers in every one of the subunits do an extremely difficult and often dangerous job. While the results that you see here speak for themselves, I'm extremely pleased to be able to share the results of the Drug Squad's commitment and hard work with you today. Finally, I'd like to also thank members of the TPS Asset Forfeiture Unit for their ongoing assistance with this file, as well as the Canada Border Services Agency, who were of great assistance to us through Project Corredor and who work with us extremely well on so many files. Normally I would take questions at this time, but due to limitations in relation to COVID-19, any follow-up questions will be, I guess, fielded through CorpCom. Thank you.
News release will be published shortly. Anyone who has any questions is asked to email Connie Osborne or Corporate Communications for response. That concludes today's conference. Thank you.